layers, always the things that save me when I'm traveling in the winter or just being in a winter destination. Thermals. Thermals, honestly, they're everything. And these are the secret, the absolute secret to packing light in the winter. Again, avoid cotton thermals, stick to synthetics, or in my case, I really recommend merino wool. They are expensive. They are, it's like, it is, you're biting the bullet. It's like those decisions where you're like, oh, it's so expensive, I don't want to spend the money, but then you do, and I've just learned that they're so worth it, because with thermals, especially with merino wool thermals, the thing about merino wool is that it keeps you warm, it wicks away moisture, and it repels scent. It doesn't repel scents. So then you can actually rewear them often. So with one winter trip, for example, I'll just pack one set, and then at the end of the day, I'll hang them up, air them out, and rewear them again the next day. And like merino wool, like I met a traveler in Bali years ago, and she was wearing travel clothing. It was an Australian brand, and it was made out of a t-shirt that was made out of merino wool, and she'd been wearing it, I think, for 3 weeks straight. Now, I'm not saying that you do that, but you can do that with merino wool because it's that amazing of fabric, and that's where packing light comes into play, because when you've got these babies underneath the rest of your clothing, you don't have to pack a bunch of really crazy bulky things. It's easier just to wear this underneath a blouse, wear it underneath a sweater, and it packs a punch and warmth, totally worth it. I survived living in England with these every day in the winter. I think I slept in them, I lived in them. But today I wanted to try a different brand. We actually have an article on the website that talks about the best thermals. So we're gonna include a link to that below. I think it's right there already. And my favorite thermals are by Ibex. Ibex went out of business, I think it was last year, but I do actually hear, I think they're coming back. But I wanted to try something else, and I know that that the readers recommend and love the -33 brand. So I got these new thermals just so you kind of just have a look at them. They are they weren't itchy at all. They're not relatively thick. They're pretty normal, but I guess I could wear them as a shirt if I wanted to. But one thing to note is that merino wool, without being a layer, doesn't keep you as warm as it would underneath something than if you're wearing it just on its own. So if you walk out in the cold and you're wearing just thermals like this, you're gonna be cold, no matter if it's merino wool or any other fabric. So that's what it looks like. It's got a pretty casual design. I chose black because I can just I do wear a lot of black. I can just wear it under anything. It's easy. So this is by -33. If you want to learn more about this product or any of the other ones I'm sharing on today's Facebook Live, please head over to travelfashiongirl.com/Facebook-live, and you can get a link to all those items. But these are one of the most popular thermals for the readers. They love them, they recommend them. They're like one of the best-selling pieces that we've featured. So I can't rave about them enough. And the way that I wear them is that I wear the thermals, then have, for example, my sweater on top, and then my jacket. And that's like the perfect trifecta layering combination: thermals, a sweater, and a good jacket. And I can't just say how amazingly cozy and warm and perfect that is. And the other way I'd wear it is actually if I want to wear a blouse, and I actually meant to have one here, forgot. But you can layer it, you can put this underneath a thinner blouse. I like wearing button-down blouses, and I wear this underneath. I button it up to the collar at the very top, then I put on a necklace, and nobody knows that I have this underneath, and I can have a pretty top. And the great thing about blouses is that they're thin, they're dressy, they're nice, and they're stylish, and you've got this underneath. Nobody even knows the difference. So that is pretty cool. So this is the -33 thermal top. And in addition to that, I also have the -33 thermal bottom. And this is what they look like. It's kind of hard to tell. Just regular thermals, nothing particularly special. With merino wool, I don't love hand washing clothes, even clothes that you're supposed to hand wash. So I usually put all my merino wools in the delicate cycle or the hand wash cycle in a washing machine. And then the key thing is not to put them in the dryer. Always let them hang to dry. Sometimes some readers have found that when they're traveling, washing the merino wools will take a long time for them. It will take a long time for them to dry. It depends, I think, on the merino wool. I've seen it take forever. I've seen some take like dry really quickly. But again, it's not something you want to wash frequently because you don't have to wash merino wool. That's one of the beauty, one of the best things, one of the benefits about this fabric. So these are the thermals. I think about sizing versus, like, I've had icebreaker thermals, Ibex, and now the -33. I felt like these were pretty generous in sizing. Normally I probably go, you probably want to size down or even like wear your true size versus sizing up with thermals, because remember, you're going to be wearing it under other clothing and you want it to hug your body as much as possible. So with this, I went with an extra small top and a size small bottom, because with tops I have a shorter back, I think, so I think an extra small or petite size works better for me. I'm 5'2", but I wish I would have actually gone down to an extra small in the bottoms, because I did feel like this could have been either a medium or a large. So they were pretty generous in sizing. I mean, like, kind of just see, like, this is supposed to be a small. It's, I don't know, it's pretty stretchy. It's pretty roomy. With thermals, I don't usually recommend them as leggings. People sometimes are like, or even I used to think, oh, well, perfect, I can wear them as leggings and they can double up. It's very rare that a thermal is not loose enough, that's structured, and usually they're too stretchy to be worn as leggings, and it just looks messy. And but this particular brand, I don't know if there's a particular brand, if you guys have one that you recommend that you can also double up as leggings, but this I think is pretty generous in sizing. So I wish I would have gotten the pants in an extra small. And the top, yeah, the top fit fine. It was comfortable. I don't think it was anything particularly good or off about the sizing. But I washed it once, and the fabric's pretty good, actually. One of the things I don't like about merino wool is sometimes it piles. But if you look at the fabric, it's the first time I washed it. It's not too bad, actually. I'm pretty impressed. It's pretty impressive. It didn't really pile at all. And I just washed it again. I put it in the thing, and I had it air dried. So let me see. It is 100%. Yep, 100% super fine merino wool. So definitely liking these. They kept me warm, and I will be using these from now on. But if you guys have any recommendations for your favorite thermals, please leave them in the comments below as well.